Hello everybody and welcome back to the final hour of Let's Roleplay Star Wars D6 Team A! Continuation of this week's sessions. Take it away, Kit.
Yeah. Okay, so we are going to go ahead and check back in with the kids as they ride in the hover car, going far more sedately this time to pick up their poor abandoned droid. Are the two of them going to talk, or are they both kind of introspective at the moment?
If Talbane tries to make conversation, Demi will probably engage him.
Uber salt.
Hmm?
Uber salt.
Uber salt, okay.
Salt flow through you.
Sulk, sulk, sulk.
I said salt.
Salty, salty, sulk.
There you go.
Well, so, Demi, how long have you been with Washington?
Just a few days, a few weeks, a few days at this point.
A few days. Huh.
Yeah, we've done a lot in these few days. We met on Blank Space Station, then we went, got in the ship, and they have this really cool ship. Did you know it's powered by Force or something? And then...
yeah, I was actually on the inaugural flight.
Whoa, really?
Mm-hmm.
You know they built a second one as well?
I did not know that they built a second one.
Yeah, and they gave it to the other
I
half of
didn't
the...
know that Washington had built a second one. Or
Well, I
Rosa.
don't know about Washington. It was this man with blindfold.
Rosa, right, yeah. What's he doing right now?
He went off with the other ship, with a group of other people. I don't know where they are right now, but last I saw him, he was pulling pranks on everyone.
He nods. That sounds like Rosa. Hull, as you are in your Uber Salt Sulk, go ahead and make me a perception roll.
Coolio. Coolio, Leo. Is anything added to it, like a search
No, just-
or anything? Okay.
Basic perception.
Oh, finally. Jesus fucking Christ. It took enough rolls. 6 on the wild die.
Add and reroll.
Okay. Oh, God, I forgot. I have to reroll. It'll probably be like a 1.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's still bonus.
Watch this be the most meaningless one. Yeah, that's a 2 on the
Okay.
roll, but total of 15. That's the highest I rolled, I think.
Well, you definitely noticed this. There is a stylus hanging in the air in front of you.
Like,
Yep, just
I'm
hanging,
like-
unsupported in the air in front of you. And if you look at it, it'll swing to one side and then back to the other, and then do a flip.
I'm gonna grab it.
It actually moves out of the way of your hand.
I'm gonna look towards whatever, Mr. N, Master N, Necropolis,
Talbane.
and then to Demi, because one of the thoughts that was in her head this whole time is like, you know, especially after you said only a few days of like, how the fuck am I gonna catch up? Obviously without the curse words, because this is a kids program.
If you look over at Talbane, he is looking forward, but if you're sharp-eyed enough, you might notice in the rear view mirror, he winks at you.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this is him teaching. Okay. Does the stylus go back down or something? And then
Yeah, it does. It is now, if you know you've still got your hand out, it's going to land in the center of your palm and just
all right,
stand straight up.
here we go. Time to prove herself, I guess. She's not gonna prove herself. She's gonna fail. Just like
Oh,
always.
you've got this.
Um,
You got this.
What's she gonna try and do?
I mean, try and levitate it.
Okay.
Just try and do what he did.
Okay.
Okay. What is that? What should I roll?
You should be rolling alter.
Oh, the only thing she's decent at. Oh, thank God, Jesus. I'm so glad. Okay, maybe Kit, you should knock on wood after this. Maybe my bad luck is over. Oh, thank God. That's
What'd you
10
get?
in total.
10 in total. Okay. So, as Hall looks at the stylus and realizes, oh, hey, yeah. How does she think about it?
It's a weird.
She's trying to go ahead and make the stylus levitate, right?
Yeah.
Does she push? Does she, like, project, like, from her mind, like, tendrils that are going to pull it or something? Or does she just wish at it?
Oof. Fuck.
How does Hall think about the Force?
Oh
Push.
God, this is gonna be.
Push. It's obviously the right answer.
Shut up, mister. I'm gonna run into children and rule the world. Shut up, mister. I'm talented naturally.
Use that anger. Let it fuel you.
Yeah.
Okay, I guess she'll just.
Demi smiles.
I guess she'll just imagine it kind of like a hand
Okay.
moving it.
So, reaching out with a hand in her mind's eye, she reaches down and starts pulling it up. And lo and behold, as that invisible hand pulls up on the stylus, it does go up. There's a moment that you notice where it almost feels like it might drop back, but it continues to rise.
Mm-hmm. Okay, when it's about at eye level, she's gonna try and flip it.
Okay. It flips. You rotate your hand in midair, and it flips.
That's fucking good. Good stuff. Can I levitate something else? What else is around me? What's around me? What?
Demi has
What?
a blaster in his lap.
Okay, I don't want to pick up a blaster. That's not a good thing. I don't want to shoot a child by accident.
You know what? You actually look over and you see that, like, the buckles on the seatbelts are, you know, not fixed in one place. They could slide around.
Mm-hmm. So what you're saying is I'm gonna use it to hit.
It did not say
Demi
that.
in the dick.
I did not say that. There's also, like, small
That's
bits and
great.
bobs around the car.
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can tighten Demi's seatbelt. You know when you pull it too hard and it's really uncomfortable?
Okay. Go ahead and roll me alter again.
Okay, here we go.
You're gonna push the force in order to do this, because you know you're a bit angry at Demi.
No.
You sure you aren't just doing this out of anger and jealousy?
Shut up. Shut up. Shut up. Get out of my head, Darth Sidious. Fucking, oh god, Jesus.
That anger you feel, it's power.
That's a 6.
6 altogether?
Yeah.
Okay. It's not a very hard thing to do. Demi, you feel your seatbelt kind of locking up on you.
He
You can't move
adjusts
around
it.
quite as much as you're used to.
He's going to try and adjust it.
It doesn't seem to be moving so much.
Hmm.
Do you look up at the attachment point?
No. You should look up at the what is it? The rearview mirror.
Why would he do that, though?
Oh,
Uh,
no. I have a thing. Idea.
Oh.
Just
Okay. He looks up at the rearview mirror
All winks.
Well,
Okay, he's like,
just like the other.
how noticeably like tight is it?
it easily could be that the belt has just gone ahead and tightened up. On the other hand, if you look up at the attachment point, you can see that there's almost like someone's pinched it in midair and is holding it tight.
Right. He's going to reach out for the point that is being pinched and try and unpinch it.
I don't know. You've been really you've been really wanting to push yourself. You sure you don't want to?
I couldn't even if I
forcefully
want to.
rip
I
it
don't have
away?
enough power to do telekinesis.
Yeah, maybe not.
If you
alone.
reach up to that area, you're not going to feel anything holding it there, but it is... If you try and, like move the belt, it's pretty firmly held in midair.
Strange. He undoes his belt.
Put your seatbelt back on. Still flying.
He's acting weird.
Acting weird? How do you mean weird?
Is it still being pinched?
I don't know. Neil, is it?
He points at where it's being pinched.
It's no longer pinched.
Sometimes they do that, they lock up. Just, come on, put your seatbelt back on. I don't want to have you flying around the cabin if I have to do something crazy.
He puts his seatbelt back on.
Can I do it again?
Roll it.
Yes. Okay. Oh God. Okay, I should tell you. I got a 1 on the wild die, but I rolled well on the other one. So let's.
So
let's
Demi's
see.
sitting on the right side of the car because that's what American cars are. You see
It's
the
7.
passengers.
Yeah. Oh.
7.
Where is Hull sitting in the back?
Hull is up front.
All's in the passenger seat, which would be on the
Okay.
right hand side.
Right. Okay.
Okay, so, Demi, this time when it goes ahead and, takes up the slack, it actually jerks you back into the seat.
Okay. Can I, with my either hands, just as I am, or with my feet, like mess with Hull's chair, but
Just kick the back of her chair?
not kick, but like the levers on the
I know
side
you're getting a
and
bit
stuff?
frustrated at her. Why don't you
I couldn't.
Are
even if
you
I
sure you
wanted
don't
to.
want to? Are you sure you don't want to make yourself strong enough to really kick the chair?
I press my lightsaber into the back of her seat and activate it.
Joke's on you. There's another lightsaber matching it.
Oh.
You may have Washin's lightsaber, but I have the other guy's.
Okay, Demi's gonna tug on the belt really hard in order to loosen it. That's what he's gonna do.
Okay, go ahead and make me a strength roll.
Yeah. 18.
Okay. Yeah, you're able to go ahead and, pull yourself free enough that you can grab and yank at the belt.
Freaking breaks the belt.
No, it's not that strong.
Well, then that
Hull, you are in a similar situation, except Demi is visibly holding to the belt to pin you against the seat.
Oh wow. She calls him the I can't remember his name ever.
Talbane.
Talbane. She calls Talbane's name.
He looks over. Okay, stop it, the two of you. Do I need to turn this thing around?
No. Demi's pulling on my seat.
Yes, and you were pulling on his belt.
No, I wasn't.
Yes, you were.
No.
He does, waves his hand and essentially does the same trick to your belt. Yes, you were.
Mm-hmm. I was
I should
happy.
have shot her in the back of the neck with my blaster.
Oh my
Both feel a
god!
great disappointment in the Force, as if someone is very, very disappointed and suddenly very sleepy.
Okay, Demi sits back. And occasionally he'll kick Hall's chair, just very slight nudges.
Talbane's going to look over at Hall. Look, I'm actually pretty impressed that you were able to keep that stylus going at the same time as that. But try not to use the Force just for pranks.
But you did.
Do as I say, not as I do.
Okay.
He reaches over and pats you on the head. Yeah, I know. I'm just a kid too sometimes, okay?
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, I forgot he's like 16 or whatever.
Yeah.
God.
Yeah, he lands the car, and look, here's your droid.
You have a droid?
Pate!
Pate is just standing there. You can see binary scrolling across the screen.
Oh my
There's really
gosh.
displeased sounding whistling coming out of the droid.
My aunt and uncle have a droid of their own. It's an R5, but you know.
What is Pate saying?
Just like this one, huh? It says Talbane, pointing at it.
Wait, what did?
He pointed at Pate. Pate is an R5 as well.
No, it's not an R5.
Oh.
Awkward silence.
What kind of droid is it?
A mouse.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, we've got one of those too.
Yeah, actually. Why don't you go and get
His
her?
face just kind of falls. And here I was going to tell the story about how Washington keeps that thing like a pet.
Yeah, actually, can someone go and get Rosie?
I will. Now that he's thought of it, he'll go get her.
Do you have a ship?
Yes, the best ship in the galaxy.
It's over at Demi. Is he still flying that old junker?
Yes, it almost killed us. Well, I almost killed us, but
I feel like
No,
that
I don't
ship
think-
nearly kills people more than it doesn't.
no, I think that they really need to update the safety standards and put some clearer labels on the
He
computer.
laughs.
The control panel.
standards.
So,
All right.
what is
well,
Pate saying? Can I check what he's been saying when we came here?
If you want to try and translate the whistles, please go right ahead and make the sense roll.
3.
You can't get much of it, but the "you left me" comes through pretty clear.
But we came back for you.
You can talk to droids?
The whistling that comes back is almost certainly not grumble, but that's what it sounds like in your head.
Irritated statement. Master, I'm getting very tired of being left behind when you go out on adventures.
Demi puts his hand on Pate's head and he says, "Don't worry, it won't happen again."
Blame
the Jedi.
Grumble.
Defeated sigh. I'm sure it will, Master. I'm sure it will.
Yes, I can talk to droids.
That's so cool. Can you turn
in the long list of
invisible?
my achievements. Can I turn invisible?
Yeah.
No.
Oh,
Why would I? How could I?
I can.
Sure, kid.
No, I
You've been a
can't.
Jedi as long as I have. You'll learn that such fairy tales.
She's gonna make an attempt.
Okay. Roll me altar.
Okay. Oh, 6 on the wild die. Here we go.
Nice.
Okay. I keep forgetting I have a bonus of 10.
10. Okay. And you re-rolled and added with the
Oh
6?
shit! I didn't. I did not.
Continue.
God. Oh, okay, that's a 12 then.
Nice.
Cool. Okay. Also roll me control.
Oh, cool. Oh well, I only have a +1 on control, but
Go for it.
oh, I roll a minimum of 1 on that. Oh, that was a 6 on that one.
Okay. Add and re-roll.
No. I didn't roll a 6 on the dice. It was a 5, and then I added the +1 that I have in it, so it's a 6.
Nice.
Total.
Okay, Demi. Go ahead and roll me a senses.
Roll me a senses times 5.
Oh.
Okay. 2.
2. Lo and behold, right in front of your eyes, though you were looking directly at her, Hall disappears.
He like scratches the back of his head. What are you talking about, invisible? I can see you fine.
Oh.
Move around him, Hall.
Yeah, I was about to say he keeps looking where you were.
I'm gonna flick him in the back of the head.
Flick.
There you go.
You've just been flicked in the back of the head.
He instinctively pulls out his blaster, but he doesn't aim it or anything. Or he reaches for it.
Talbane just kind of laughs. Put away the gun.
I'm gonna go back to the ship and get Rosie. Rosie?
I wanna follow you. I wanna follow you.
You hear a voice just say, "I will follow you," in your ear.
Uh,
How do I turn it off again?
Pretty much all you'd have to do is let it go. Talbane
Okay.
actually takes the stylus and it starts floating over you.
Yeah,
It's just kind of like a pointer.
Yeah, she ends up turning it off and then following Demi
To
as
the
he gives a
greatest
tour.
ship in the galaxy.
In the best ship ever.
there's
Yeah.
something that
The Jade Falcon.
Yes. Talbane looks up at it and goes, "How many times did they crash this since I last saw it?"
It is in perfect condition. As the ramp starts to lower, suddenly something breaks and it just slams to the deck. Perfect condition.
Rosie scuttles down the ramp.
Doo doo doo.
I pick her up.
Deep. She was happy. She like makes excited little beeps at the new
Can I hold
face.
her?
Excited beeping.
Demi looks at Talbane.
He just shrugs.
Demi looks at... Was it Rosie? Rosie
Yeah.
or Rosa?
Rosie.
Demi looks at Rosie.
Rosie makes some happy little tweets and runs her wheels.
Sure. Hands Rosie very carefully to this crazy girl.
Oh, hi.
Rosie makes the music.
Doing the weird, like, petting sort of thing.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Hi. Wow, the wheels on yours is different from the one that my aunt and uncle had.
Tweet, 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 tweet.
Look at them go. They kind of hurt. Like they're like rubbing into her arm as they're spinning excitedly.
As you hold Rosie, one of the little arms sticks out and like grabs the microphone. It's actually Rosie has a little sub program for this specific situation, which is mostly just to grab and use the communicator. Because this is like Washington's essentially like he added a little life alert system, so in case he got knocked out, it would go and find help. So
Okay then.
It's on. Hello.
Master Washington, hi.
Oh, good. You found Rosie.
How's
Hello.
Layla?
Hey, Layla is good. She's Oh, come on. No, I'm not gonna.
Just point the camera at me, Washin.
Okay, hold on. Turn on the camera so you can actually see me. Okay, it's the little button, the black button. You hold that down for 3 seconds.
Okay, why didn't you hold it down for 3 seconds?
We'll just hold it down for
It should
3
just
seconds
be
and
a
then it'll
click.
turn on. No, it'll just turn on
Okay.
after 3 seconds. It's a
No.
thing. And then,
Okay.
Okay, when it comes up, you're gonna want to hit the little button that
Oh,
looks.
I pressed it again.
No, don't. Okay, you got. All right, hold it down again for 3 seconds. Then when it comes on, don't hit it again. Hit the other button, the one with the little triangle on it.
Okay.
Yeah. Now,
which one with the triangle on it?
just the one triangle. There's the one with 2 triangles going one
Did you
direction.
jerry-rig this?
Look, it's fine. It should work. Just it. You know. It's,
I
The Cybok
think-
Galactica one. That one's awful.
I think I pressed the right one.
Okay, good. Now just hit to channel 2. Channel 2.
Okay, that's fine enough. Okay.
There we go. Hey, I can see you. I can see you.
Hi. Okay, hi.
Hello.
And it like moves to stand next to Demi so that he can show up on camera too.
Okay, yeah, Rosie, grab the camera so I can. Yeah, thank you, girl. All right. Hello.
Hi.
Hello.
Good. You.
Washin, camera at me. Let me
Okay,
wave.
Sorry. Yeah, here. Turn it so you can see Layla.
Layla waves from the bed with her still intact arm.
Hey, Master Layla.
Hello, Hall. Has everything been okay?
Yeah. Are you gonna train us? When you get the whole arm thing?
I'll give you some pointers.
Yeah.
I mean, we're like that's the plan. We're all gonna help with the training. It's gonna be a real fun activity. But
Talbane leans over the 2 younger kids. Washin,
yes. Hello. Hi.
how many times did you crash the Jade Falcon?
I crashed. Okay, look. Rosa was the one in the pilot's chair when it crashed into the mountain, and
He holds up one finger. Okay, and?
we didn't crash outside of that. It was mostly just that one crash. But admittedly, I was at the steering wheel when it exploded in space, but that wasn't my fault. That was,
Second finger goes up.
Okay. That was the engine exploding, and that's more Rosa's deal than my deal. And 2, again, the only other time it crashed since I last saw you was when it crashed into that mountain, and that one was Rosa as well. He was actually in the pilot's chair. I was busy hanging out of a wire in free fall trying to save a cool at the time. But
You what?
it's a long story. Shut
Look,
up.
he waves his hands. Okay, tell you what. I'm going to bring these kids back, and then I'm going to try and undo what you did to this poor hawk.
Yeah, sure, that's probably not the worst idea in the world. But, again, don't we got the inside pretty nicely cleaned up. It's kind of, everything's where I want it to be, okay, for the training purposes.
Yeah, no, I was more talking about the hull, the shield generators, the engines, the fact that the engines have exploded twice on you.
The hull probably needs some work in that it shouldn't be exposed to space, but is.
Yeah. Also, the fact that you appear to have lost your defensive armaments.
Oh, those have been gone for a while now. It's a good ship.
There's just like a look of just pain on his face. I can't believe this thing still flies.
Well, there's only like a handful of pilots in the galaxy. Well, okay, no, there's probably a lot, but I feel like it's a testament to our abilities as a crew. My ability as the only remaining member of the crew still flying it. That we're able to not have it explode fully.
Master Horn did tell us that any landing you can walk away from is a good one, but I don't think you should test that quite to so much, looks back at it, destructive effects.
It's very easy to be critical.
You do realize I fly, right?
Fighter.
Yeah, and guess how many times I've crashed it?
Anyway, Demi, Hall.
Yes.
Yeah.
Listen, while I'm in the hospital, I'm going to kind of need you two to take care, to make sure you look after Rosie. She's gonna keep this camera and mic on so that I can, keep with you and give you advice and help train you. But for the time being, I might not be able to be with you in person as much as I'd like to be. So just pretend that Rosie is me, or that I'm Rosie, and like if we come up on any stairs or anything, you might need to help give her a hand.
You can count on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and me.
Aw, you two are getting along. I knew you would.
Hey.
Yeah. And her.
Yeah, best friends. Just like me and the... Bad example. I'm sure it's going to work out much better.
Wait, who?
Never. No one. Nothing. Old friend. Very old friend. Didn't work out
Talbane claps his hands on your shoulders. Okay, come on, kids. Let's get back in the car and take along Master Jedi Dog Robot.
Okay. Come on,
This
Rosie.
time, Demi's going to get in the front seat. Oh, and he's going to throw Pate in the back so that Pate takes up, like, 3/4 of the back seat. So
Wow, what
that
a
very
what a
little
good
space.
robot owner, just throwing a droid in the
Indignation.
back.
Master, why must you insist on throwing me around such?
He uses control, increases his strength, and throws the droid through the fucking car. And he goes, "That's good."
I'm throwing him onto a pillowed surface.
Right. Wink.
Pate immediately starts trying to right it himself. I...
Rose washed and looks back at Hall and says, "So, Hall, I haven't really had much of a chance to get to know you up to this point. It's really nice to have you around.
Yeah.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I hope the recent experience you've had with the Jedi and us and all this is not putting you off the idea of helping us save the universe. I know that things look a little dire, but really, more often than not, we're pretty okay.
Wait a minute, the two of you are saving the universe?
No, we're all saving you, all three of us.
And you're not invited.
But I didn't say that. I want to be very clear. This is a unilateral effort to save the universe. All three of us.
Last time I checked, we were only saving the galaxy.
Well,
The universe is a very different story.
okay. Well, just the galaxy. We'll start with the galaxy, and then we'll focus on bigger picture later.
Well, Demi's gonna save the galaxy, but I'm gonna save the universe with Washin.
I mean, I'd also really like the opportunity to train you both without having to worry about things eating us. But I mean,
Oh
obviously
yeah, can you move things with your brain?
In theory, certainly.
The Taliban showed me this.
Oh yeah.
Let me just roll the. Unless I don't have to for this.
Yeah, no, just for doing like a basic telekinetic trick.
Yeah.
No.
Moves the stylus around. See?
Oh wow, that's really impressive.
Yeah. And Demi can run fast or something.
Turns Rosie. She can do 2 at 1, Washington.
Wait, really? Wow. Okay, that's impressive. And in fact, actually, I gotta say that's I'm by the way, I'm like Washington's getting excited and forgetting the fact that he's trying to play diplomatic between Demi and Hall for the moment. It's, oh, that's amazing. That's really I've not seen too many Jedi of your age who've been able to do that. In fact, actually, like even amongst the older Jedi who I used to travel with, that would have been a pretty rare ability. That's you got a real talent.
Thanks. Demi couldn't do it.
Oh, Demi's great at other things, though. Demi is.
All I saw was that he could run fast and speak to droids, which was cool, but I don't think that's a force thingy.
Well, I mean, he's brave and smart and very. He's got like a huge potential in his ability to protect people and save the universe, right?
Thank you.
So,
I do
completely
appreciate
not coming from any of the characters, but Demi, Lizard Rat Bane.
Fighter over lizard rats.
Yes.
Yeah. Hall, savior of the universe.
Gonna
Demi,
fight me.
this is Rat Man.
Yeah, like the little screen turns around to look at the back of Demi's head. No, but really, Demi, you were, again, like both of you have such immense potential. I sense in you both the ability to do more than I think anyone really expects. I think both of you have, like even more than some of the people I was trained with. I think both of you have this incredible well inside of you, full of potential and strength and
She's talking to two Anakin Skywalkers,
Yeah.
essentially.
yeah, like the danger sense starts pinging. Really good vibes. Really, really good.
And by the way, Washin, outside of the pickup of the microphone and quieter than it will pick up, Keskel's just going, if you're going to crib off of Master Solasar's speeches, you should really listen to them better.
I don't know who that is.
Old man.
Yes,
Wisdom dude. Remember him?
watching things back on his time at the academy, and
He was one of the ones who was part of the trio who sent you on this mission.
Yeah. Yes.
You didn't listen at all, did you?
I would. He thinks back on like the briefing for the mission. All he can think about is like looking at lizards and running around like a fucking dorky kid. Like, I remember lots of it.
Uh-huh. Well, get back to them.
Oh,
You're still on camera.
Hey, sorry, was distracted with Jedi thoughts. So, the first thing we should probably work on doing as soon as we, now that I'm back with you two, is to actually get you both kind of starting to understand your gifts a little bit more and the potential dangers that come with them, because, there's a pretty high chance for people to do bad things with the powers that you both now possess. With great power comes the potential for great evil. And
Evil?
Evil. Look, imagine you have a gun and there's a bunch of people.
I don't need to imagine. Clock's gun.
Yeah, starting to see where that danger sense is coming in. Like, imagine you are in a crowded room, and you know that some of the people in that room are bad, really bad. They could do real bad things, but also, there's also a bunch of innocent people who haven't done anything wrong and should be, treated with respect and care. The thing is, when you have the power to, destroy all those evil people before they have a chance to hurt anyone, it becomes very easy to think that you have the right then to, do harm to all of them in the hopes that, you are eventually doing more good than bad. But as a Jedi, that's not a direction you want to go in.
What if the person's just evil?
Well, the point is less that the person's evil and more that you don't necessarily always know if.
What if you not, hurting them means they won't learn anything?
Well, it's not about not hurting bad people, though it's also kind of important to learn when to have restraint, but also it's about being aware that just because you have the ability to act doesn't mean you always should act. Sometimes you can do more harm than good even when you have the best intentions. And it's very easy to, when you have that power to just always act because you always can.
Well, does that mean next time we fight one of those things, you might not act?
No, that's not what I mean. No, I mean, I mean, you might end up in a situation where in order to try and find these people, we'd have to, deal with some unsavory types, and you're going to have to be very aware of the fact that, with these powers that you're developing, you're going to have options to you that you shouldn't necessarily use. Because they're dangerous, and because our goal here is more important than just the individual conflicts we're facing. There's many levels that we have to operate on, and some of them require us to hold back in times when not doing so might seem like the best option. For instance, Hall, do you remember when you threw my lightsaber at that guy, and the way you did it, you pulled in energy, strength that you wouldn't normally have access to in order to make it hurt more.
Yeah.
Well, that saved our lives.
Yeah, and Layla did it too.
I know Layla did it, and I'm not trying to cast aspersions here. I'm not trying to call anyone out, but some of these things, the well of power you are drawing from, it hurts. It hurts the Force. It hurts all life, in the galaxy when you call on that power.
But if I didn't do it, we would have died.
I know, and I understand why you did it, and I'm not saying that it was necessarily wrong, but if you keep drawing on that power whenever, just because it's convenient, not because your life depends on it, but because it's easy, it could lead to a very dark place where it becomes easier and easier to go on that power and just assume that it's just another tool in your toolbox.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah. I guess.
I know it's hard to understand, but trust me, just sometimes it's better to run away or to find another option than to win, even against someone who's evil, even against someone who's doing a lot of harm.
But what if I'm in a position where I know if I take the dark side in, then I can beat the big bad person who killed my parents, and and if I don't, then I just have to run away.
There are different views on this, and I know some of the other Jedi would say that you should do what you need to do in order to stop them, because stopping them will save more lives in the long run than any damage that calling on the dark side might cause. But I don't think that's the right thing to do. I think it's not our place to hurt the Force, just because it makes life easier or makes life more fair. We have a responsibility towards something greater than ourselves, and sometimes doing the right thing doesn't always mean doing what seems like it. Sometimes you have to let bad people get away with doing bad things because it's the right thing to do. If that makes any sense?
Yeah.
The car lands at the landing pad at the hospital.
Yeah, Washington's kind of done talking for right now. He's just sort of like feeling awkward because...
Yeah. Talbane goes ahead and puts Rosie on the...
He has to explain why not being evil is better than being evil.
Explaining the idea of like holding back to a kid who's talking about avenging their parents. It's basically saying like, Batman, don't punch people.
No, it's more like Bat-Child, or let's say Batman goes back in time and sees his parents getting shot. Yeah. Batman, don't punch this man to death.
Batman, violence is wrong. Don't punch people.
Let him go.
Let him go, Batman.
Yeah. Talbane's actually going to look back over his shoulder at Hall. Look, Hall, Washington's worried about what you might do to yourself by taking those choices. He didn't mention what you can do in those situations. The greatest part of the training of the Jedi, and the part that no one outside the Order really sees, is how we learn to listen to the Force. Because a lot of the time when you're in those situations, there is another way, and it's a better way. And it's not just letting the bad guys be bad guys. But it's looking past that first initial, this is what I want, for this is what will be best.
What could I do to myself that's worse than what happened to Washington?
Have I ever told you the tragedy of Darker Cool the Wise?
Oh, fuck. That would be a good moment to tell it. When the camera's off.
Yeah, Talbane shakes his head. We'll talk about it, okay?
Okay.
And talk to Layla, too, about it. And Keskel. We all see the Force differently, but you want to make sure that you don't lose yourself to the dark side. It's happened to people before too many times.
Okay. Oh, sorry. You go.
He starts to reach out towards you, then, pulls his hand back. Look, kid, you'll be fine. It's not as hard as we're making it sound. It's also not as black and white.
Mm-hmm.
You'll have the chance. For that attitude.
I imagine, you know how when people who play piano will fret their fingers, or is fretting even the right word? Whatever. They'll move their fingers in a way as if they're playing the notes on a piano.
Yeah.
I imagine she's doing that on the Slitherhorn, like playing the notes of the only song she knows, but isn't actually blowing into it,
Yeah.
Yeah. I've noticed something for myself. I know this is an aside, but since I did running so much, I've been noticing more and more that my natural way I hold my hands is literally the way that I hold it when I run.
Huh.
Yeah. So like my relaxed position is just the running position for that, which is interesting.
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
Timmy helps Pate out of the car.
All right, you kids get going back up to the room. I'm sure they'll have some other stuff for you up there. I'm gonna go and try and fix that poor ship.
Okay.
Meanwhile, back at the ship, the cockpit falls off and hits the deck.
Meanwhile, Day is in space. Or at the nearest spaceport. Crying.
Okay, so when you make it back to the recovery room, all the Jedi, except for Talbane, obviously, are sitting there, waiting for the two of you to come in. Unless you want to get into any other mischief.
Nah, Hall's not in the mood.
Yeah, you still have your visitor badges.
They have any lightsabers just littering the hallway?
No, there are not.
If Galena Jesus, that Freudian slip. No, I know. Oh no,
the rivalry
doesn't even have a lightsaber.
No, she does not.
Have a lightsaber. No, I meant.
What do you think about all of this, Pate?
Beep beep boop.
Go ahead and roll me a sense.
Yeah, the scan.
Okay, hold on. 4.
4. The gist that you're able to get out of it is, I don't know, but it's much longer than that. And it's obvious that Pate is talking in some depth about this.
Derisive.
Oh, shit.
Master, I find it odd how organics twist themselves into knots worrying about things like morality.
Isn't it
Going
Condescension.
in depth
Isn't
about
it
it.
clear that Hall is in the right? 100%.
These matters
Shouldn't
can
we be able to take the dark side to defeat a greater evil?
Condescension, you will one day learn that using every tool in your toolbox to solve a problem is the only
question
logical
of
solution.
don't be reductive. Now, the question of God could be distilled down to the most basic.
Okay. Anyway,
Demi will say, damn, I really wish I could read a bit better. so that I could understand what you were saying better. Pal.
Can I make an attempt
Well,
to see if I can read it?
Actually, you get this next bit loud and clear. Loud and clear. I wish so too.
Can I make an attempt to for Hall to see if she can understand the binary on the screen?
Sure, go ahead and roll me a knowledge.
Okay.
Can I trip her with my my
Can I
stick?
What?
I thought the two of you didn't want to get into more mischief.
Oh shit! Oh man, thank you, not laptop. Thank you, keyboard, for actually bouncing it on a 6 this time and not a fucking 1.
Alright, as soon as she starts going like getting close to what Pate said, I'm gonna hit her on the back
Okay.
of the head.
Oh, hold on, I forgot to re-roll the wild die. Okay. So that's a 15 in total.
Okay, and what were you going to do there, zombie?
Nothing. Watch.
I'm just gonna shoot force lightning.
Okay,
Yeah.
you don't actually have the language for this. What you can tell, however, is that there is a language there, and through your study of music, you can tell that it's numerical in nature.
These
Not
numbers.
able to actually get any meaning out of it, but you think that if you studied, you could probably learn this.
Mm-hmm. I don't have language as one of the knowledge skills, like without points in it. Obviously.
Right. It might. What I'm saying here is that in the future you will be able to go ahead and put points towards it.
Nice. Should I just put it on the sheet?
Yeah, put it on the sheet, but with no +1 to it.
Knowledge. Not knowledge. Language. I'm so smart. Anyway, there you go.
Anyway,
Yeah.
go ahead. What were you saying there, zombie?
He wanted to.
Nothing.
He wanted to tap into the dark side so that he can hit Hall with the stick as hard as he can and ruin her focus.
Do you want to do that there, zombs?
No, I'm fine, thank you.
Okay. Is any more shenanigans going to happen, or are you going to get up to the room?
No, we're gonna get up
Head
to the room.
Okay. All right, so you head into the room, the two droids in tow. Washin and Layla are still in their beds. Keskel is leaning against the wall.
Watching flicks off the video and comm device so there's no echoing, and kind of gives a little hand wave, like lower arm only hand wave to the kids. Hey, good to see you both in person.
Hi, Masters.
Yes.
All right. Keskel kind of pushes himself off the wall. Ready for your first job as Jedis?
Would I?
Then his jaw drops. What did you have in mind for us?
How about you, Hall? Are you ready?
I said, would I? But yeah.
Okay. So here's the deal. This is a job that only the two of you can do. You might have noticed, but we're all a little bit older than you. And that gives you two a valuable advantage. See, I'm willing to bet that those bad guys got into that building all sneaky-like, through back alleys and such.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm betting that they were seen. I'm willing to bet the kids on the streets around here were able to find them. And they're much more likely to tell the two of you than any of us.
If you find any more that can use the Force, can we bring them?
If you're that lucky, definitely. So what's going to happen is, Talbane's going to go ahead and fix your ship. I'm going to look around and try and do the whole thing with the boring cops and such. And the two of you are going to track down our best lead, and the people who are most likely to have seen them either get in or get out.
Hmm.
And we're going to pin down how they got in, if they got out, where they went, and we're going to rescue everyone they took.
Easy done.
But I'm relying on the two of you to find this out. Okay?
Do you have anywhere in mind for us to start?
Go ahead and take some public transit back to the area around there. Be about 2 blocks out or so, because in the closest block they'll have cleared off with all the emergency services around. But talk to any like little gangs of kids, any groups of kids playing together, any of that kind of stuff. Whatever you can. Be careful. But worm your way in. He goes ahead and hands you a couple of cards that have credits on them. Buy some snacks, buy some games, whatever you need to do to make your way in here, okay?
Mm-hmm.
And find out where these evil monsters came from and went to.
Mm-hmm.
If you run into any trouble at all, get in any sort of danger, I'm gonna leave Rosie with you, and she's gonna keep the communicator and the video screen. So I'm gonna be right there with you the whole time, at least over the comms. So if you have any trouble and you need help, let us know. We'll come help you, or you can run back here.
Is Pate gonna come with us?
Probably for the best he doesn't.
Keskel looks over at Pate. Not right at the moment. I've got someone I want to introduce Pate to.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, you're not going to get him a girlfriend, are you?
No.
I didn't know droids could have girlfriends.
He pinches the bridge of his nose.
Oh,
the one
God,
I'm
this is where we
going to
learned it.
introduce him to does.
Hate's a girl. Oh no. Jamie can't be friends with him if he's a girl.
Ew, grody cooties.
Because it has robo cooties.
Look, Pate will be back with you soon, and yeah. But for right now,
Please be
just
careful with him.
figure out what you can.
All right, I'm just gonna grab my data pad, and Demi walks over to the bag that has all of Washin's stuff in it.
And grabs a lightsaber.
Grabs the lightsaber.
Lightsaber gets yanked from your hands again. Don't.
I want to try and
the
sneak.
lightsaber.
I want to try and sneak it.
Oh, I'm gonna ask just a really a question out loud. Oh, since I can turn invisible, and I can turn Master Washin and Layla invisible. Can I turn like things invisible?
I don't know.
Use this distraction to steal the lightsaber.
Yeah. So can
Okay,
I roll
go
a
ahead and
sneak?
make me a perception roll.
Yay! I add my sneak because I have sneak.
Yeah, sure, why not?
Yes.
Well, then.
18.
18. Okay. Let's see. How
he steals the lightsaber.
This weapon is your life.
This is your lifesaver.
Oh.
No. Ha.
Okay, so you sneak it out of the bag.
Mm-hmm.
How are you holding it? How are you hiding it?
I'm gonna slip it into my sleeping bag, which he has on his back and uses like a bag.
Okay. Yeah, as far as you can tell, you got a lightsaber.
He holds it above his head. Sparks fly off of it. No. Okay. Yeah, okay. We'll head off now.
All right, you kids stay
luck.
safe, okay? I'll be right there with you. And when I'm not, I'm going to be trying to figure out a little bit more about how these droids work. Well, it's more about time I learn how to, keep these guys, running properly. As long as they're going to be traveling with us.
All right.
Okay.
How many credits do we have? I know exactly what I want to buy now.
Well, why don't we work out all those numbery details after the show? Because we're right up on the end of the third hour, and I feel like this is a pretty good stopping place. So if everybody is down, we'll end here for this week. Discuss some like experience points and money and all that bullshit, and then next time you see us, we'll fill you in on what happened. Right.
Woo!
Till then, though, stay classy,
ya.
San Diego. Bye-bye.